소시적에 사람 좀 찾아다녔을 것 같은 이 남자, 탐정 말로입니다. 은밀한 조사를 원하는 의뢰인이 들어오고
How private exactly are your investigation?
What can I do for you, Mrs. Cavendish?
You are a detective.
단번에 결혼한 부인임을 알아보는 말로. 괜히 탐정이 아니죠.
Nico Peterson. He was my lover. He disappeared without saying goodbye.
말도 없이 사라져버렸다는 불륜남.
Normally they don't disappear easily.
What did he not show up for?
An assignation.
미래 약속이 안 나온 거면 이거 무슨 일이 생겨도 생긴 거죠. 바로 착수합니다. 아직 현역 생활하는 경찰 동료를 통해 사라진 불륜남 피터슨의 범죄 기록을 뜯어보는데 꽤나 화려합니다.
This guy's been looked at, sure. Grifts, alienations of affection, and in the early days, public solicitation. Was killed October 22nd, hit and run outside the Corbata Club.
클럽 앞에 취해 쓰러져 있다 뺑소니 차량에 덜컹 한 번으로 죽은 불륜남 피터슨. 그래도 의뢰받은 지 이틀도 안 됐는데 그냥 가서 죽었다 하면 좀 그러니까 좀 더 자세한 경위를 알아보려 사고가 있던 클럽에 가보는데
I guess there's no point in asking for an invite.
Oh, none at all, sir.
안 들여보내주면 담 타고 들어가면 그만이죠.
Hey,
Albert, we got a hedge hopper here. He needs trimming.
멋쩍게 사건으로 친구 만납니다.
Maybe there's a reason you're unpopular with policemen. Keep getting, I don't know.
경찰에 신고까지 당했죠. 그래도 성의는 보였으니 부인한테 보고하러 가죠. 돈 냄새 풀풀 풍기는 집에서 사는 부인.
Iced tea? You can have some of mine if you like.
no, thank you.
Claire!
아니 갑자기 왜?
Who the hell is this?
Sorry, I'm Philip Marlowe.
Hello, Marlo. What kind of business are you in?
Mr. Marlowe detects things.
And what are you detecting here, Marlo?
My necklace. I lost it. He found it.
Of course he did. Marlo,
Yes, Mr. Cavendish.
fuck yourself.
거짓말인 걸 딱 걸리죠. 덕분에 달달하게 욕까지 먹은 말로. 아무쪼록 조사한 내용을 들려주는데
Nico Peterson is dead.
He's pretending.
아니 이미 알고 있죠.
Oh, I know. He's dead and buried. But he got killed in front of the Corbata Club. I saw him the other day. From the street. Not dead at all.
I think we're finished, Mrs. Cavendish.
처음부터 그렇게 말해줬으면 될 거를 이거 완전 개고생했죠.
What? What's wrong?
You lied to me, Mrs. Cavendish. And I sat there and watched you lie to your husband. Good afternoon.
말은 그렇게 했지만 또 삐졌다고 손을 터는 건 프로가 아니죠. 그렇게 우선 죽은 시신이 누구인지 확실히 하러 갑니다. 한 여자가 찾아온 사람도 불륜남 피터슨.
Excuse me.
도망치듯 사라져버린 여자. 뭔가 있긴 있나 봅니다.
My employer thinks he didn't die. But it wasn't him who got smashed outside the Corbata Club. I went to the graveyard. Guess what?
It was cremated.
Good guess.
마치 의문을 해소하지 못하게 증거를 없애듯 화장까지 싹 해놨죠.
But that stiff, Peterson, for all intents and purposes, had Peterson's wallet in his pocket. Plus, he was identified at the scene for all intents and purposes.
By who?
The manager of the club, Floyd Hansen.
Make the call, Joe.
친구 잘못 뒀습니다. 덕분에 다 끝난 사건을 다시 조사 시작하고 말로는 시신을 피터슨이라 확인해줬단 클럽 매니저를 찾아갔는데
I'm Floyd Hansen, the manager.
What can I do for you, Mr. Marlowe? Don't bother turning off the car. The gateman tells me you're a private investigator. Could that be so?
Yes. I used to work for the DA's office.
I've heard that.
I've heard that you've heard.
기싸운 거죠.
I'm here about an accident that occurred.
어디서 본 것 같은 여자가 있습니다. 조심스럽게 은폐 가능성을 언급하는 말로.
there's generally someone he's afraid of.
And who in this instance would any policeman be afraid of?
Well, if the hit-and-run driver were a very substantial or connected person. Now listen, Mr. Hanson, I intend to ask questions.
Then ask your damn questions. Now, this was a hit and run. Shall we have some tea?
확실히 호의적이진 않습니다.
There is the possibility that the dead man was not Nico Peterson.
His sister was shown as a corpse the next day at the morgue and expressed no doubts.
Where could I find his sister?
Ask the police.
My. You're not a regular.
Well, not yet anyway.
분명 안치소에서 봤던 여자. 이 여자가 시신이 오빠라 증언한 여동생일 확률이 높죠. 나가는 척하면서 슬쩍 접근합니다.
Try me at the cabana, Venice Beach.
Excuse me?
Try me at the cabana, Venice Beach. Ask for Lynn Peterson.
You're Nico's sister.
Sir?
그래도 일이 잘 풀립니다. 동생이 뭐라도 알고 있겠죠. 그날 밤 약속 장소로 가고
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here he is. Mr. Hanson sends his apologies. Lynn Peterson's being detained.
Oh,
어떻게 알고 먼저 사람들을 보낸 클럽 멤버.
I'm getting too old for this.
젊은 친구들하고 한탕한 다음날 부인의 엄마가 말로를 만나러 와서는
She hired you to find another swine, didn't she? Nico Peterson.
You learned all of this from her, yeah?
딸이 뭔가를 하고 있는 것 같자 말로와 딸을 뒷조사해 피터슨을 찾고 있다는 걸
Understandable
알아냈죠.
one.
I'm sure my daughter is paying you handsomely.
I can't talk to you about your daughter's business.
What business do you think there is in my family that isn't mine?
I'm not in a position to discuss your daughter's business with you.
You're a proud, stubborn man. So you see, Mr. Marlowe? So, if you find Mr. Peterson, come to me.
Ma'am,
Wait. How dare you?
I'm a little confused. I've already been paid.
소신 있는 말로 갈수록 피터슨이랑 엮인 사람들이 늘어나는 게 아무래도 피터슨 집을 한번 따봐야겠습니다. 그냥 평범해 보이는 가정집.
You again?
It's all right. I'm a
니코
friend of
피터슨의
Nico's,
여동생이
fellow
있죠.
Marlowe.
You're much too persistent.
I'm trying to find Nico.
He's dead.
Wait a minute. You so sure of that?
I know the lady. She's the punk sister, but who are you?
때마침 여동생을 잡아가려 온 불청객들. 혼자만 도망갑니다. 또 처음 듣는 이름 세레나를 찾는 남성.
Who's Serena? Who's Serena?
You take us to her, or you'll see what happens.
좀 어설프게 뒤를 내주고 쓰러지고
No. Vamos para allá.
눈 떠보니 한밤중입니다. 반나절을 퍼질러 잤죠.
Boss wants a word.
And who might you be, big guy?
Cedric. Big guy?
I hear, Mr. Marlowe, and from various connections that you are looking for someone.
We're all looking for someone.
Oh. Tell me who I'm looking for.
마찬가지로 니코 피터슨을 찾고 있는 또 다른 남자.
Look, who was chasing Peterson's sister?
Two beaners, I hear. Maladroids from sunnier climes. The land of banana and tarantula, who were also, quite separately, and I should like you to notice that, looking for her brother. I would very much appreciate a word with our friend Nico if you find him. And I will pay you.
Tell me what Nico was involved in and why he faked his death and ran.
Nico worked for me. He would bring me items so hard to come by up here where the laws are so strict. At the time of his supposed death, he was in possession of some of those items.
The club was in on the conspiracy. But what's the club's interest?
Ask your client.
I think you'll keep looking for Peterson, client or not, because you can't stop.
이 남자는 클럽 사람들을 의심하고 있죠.
But I'll pay you $1,000 just to sweeten the pot.
No. Cedric, next street on the right. Pull over, please.
신경 쓰이게 경찰서 앞에서 내리는 말로.
You're welcome to come inside.
They give you back your badge?
No, I'm here to report a kidnapping.
So two Mexicans came out of nowhere and kidnapped this broad? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm telling you. They were looking for another broad, someone they called Serena.
I'm not here.
His sister was kidnapped. You don't put it in the system, I'll go and make a report. I'll go on the record. I'll spill that Peterson wasn't Peterson. That's not news, that's a feature. I can never remember which newspaper hates the mayor most.
그렇게 반강제로 행방불명된 니코 피터슨의 여동생을 찾기 시작하는 경찰.
She's being looked for.
City, sheriffs, everybody. Once a bulletin goes out, nobody can kill it. All car alert for Lynn Peterson.
Just really look for her. I lost her.
Who's the frail across the way?
일 잘하고 있나 찾아온 부인. 바로 친구 집에 보내고.
Hey,
Who hurt you?
Mexicans looking for Peterson.
What were they looking for?
For God's sakes, you tell me.
저택에 사는 부인의 말로의 집 방문 첫 소감.
One could live in a house like this and so much would fall away.
각설하고 본론으로 들어갑니다.
She tried to hire you too? She always wants what I want. Or have.
Meaning Nico.
Maybe. Or maybe she's just afraid that you'll make love to me before you find out just how terrible I am.
That's a terrible idea.
Why?
Why? Because I'm in your employ. Because you're half my age. Because you're so beautiful, I lose my bearings.
What can we do then? We can't do that.
We can dance.
신사답게 가볍게 춤을 추며 부인의 과거를 들어주죠.
I spent 6 years with the nuns, just so my mother could be a flash-eyed Colleen with her hands on her hips.
Oh. Pardon me.
You're a terrible dancer.
I'm a worse lover.
Expect me to believe that? Dance is good.
For now.
I have to be somewhere. Should I come back here after? Stay over? As friends?
It never works, Claire.
I don't intend it to.
No.
I don't know exactly what you're gonna find. You might find a dragon. You have to kill it.
And when the night is new,
Good night, Philip Marlowe.
I'll be looking at the moon.
그러고는 바로 뛰쳐나가 부인의 뒤를 밟습니다. 부인이 찾아간 곳은 나이지 못한 엄마의 전난달치고.
Is the ambassador here? Yes.
Her mother just left.
What did she want?
Don't ask.
So it didn't go well.
She's ever black.
Where's your camera, Mr. Marlowe?
Don't have one.
Do you have any idea how much that photo would have been worth?
Are they breaking any laws?
Only the laws of attraction. He's old enough to be her father.
진작에 두 사람의 관계를 알고도 별로 놀라지도 않는 엄마.
But then, so are you.
피터슨의 동생을 찾았다는데
LAPD found Lynn Peterson.
Where is she?
Encino. She'll wait till we get there.
갈 때까지 움직이지 않는다. 무슨 의미인지 잘 알죠.
Means your throat was cut.
I was after the lit cigarettes, the knuckle dusters, the knife.
상황이 이렇게까지 됐는데 두고만 볼 수 없습니다. 분명 뭐가 있어도 있을 클럽 앞까지 경찰 친구들과 가죠. 근데 말만 많은 친구.
Like the Mexicans.
I want you to go after these fucks like a rat terrier in a closet. I don't want to know anything about it.
Oh, come on, Bernie, do it yourself.
I still have a pension. You don't.
Fair enough.
Get down that rat hole.
How?
Doesn't matter how.
Fair enough.
아직은 잃을 게 많은 공무원 친구. 비교적 잃을 게 없는 말로가 몰래 들어가기로 하고.
Hey, well, let's get my badge back.
Is that what you want?
좋은 일 하는데 복지까지 되면 그냥 좋을 것 같다 이거죠.
What is this called?
It's called a Miguel Fin. A Mickey Fin.
그때 얘기 나눴던 클럽 매니저 방까지 쉽게 들어가는데 스근하게 범법행위를 하고 있는 매니저.
Girls, boys, heroin, coke. I've given it some thought, and I'd like to fill out an application. What if I told you that the police won't touch you, but they're expecting that I will?
계속 술 한잔 하면서 얘기하자 합니다. 뻔하죠.
Okay, I'll have that drink.
마시는 척 한번 싹 해주고 뱃소드 연기 시작하고.
You're right, Mr. Marlowe. I would have thought you'd be a man who could hold his liquor. Seems I was wrong. Whereabouts of Nico Peterson were never the issue. It was the whereabouts of what Nico had in his possession.
그렇게 드디어 클럽 내부로 들어갑니다. 오늘 소개해드린 탐정 말로는 가족 찾아 산말리로 잘 알려진 우리 리암니슨 형님의 출연 작품이고요. 베스트셀러가 원작인 미스테리 추리 스릴러물입니다. 한국에선 아직 개봉 안 했고 3월 21일 극장에서 개봉한다 합니다. 이게 또 리암니슨 배우의 무려 100번째 개봉작이라 하네. 작품을 100편이나 찍다니 역시 할리우드의 거장배우. 무대를 아주 뒤집어 놓으셨다. 의미 있는 작품이지 않을까 싶습니다. 그럼 전 또 기가 막히고 코가 막힌 재밌는 영상을 들고 올게요. 아 그리고 조만간 새로운 컨텐츠도 하나 가져오겠습니다. 안간부 리친.